name is Gerak, owner of Pitt River Lodge. Can't hear you there.
Listen up a minute. No, listen up a minute.
Hear me now?
I got it. The owner of Pitt River Lodge, I've been living up there for 18 years. And one question I have for Jacob is, you have to tell anyone, is the third route that wasn't through the park. What's happened to that one?
I'm not sure which route you're referring to.
The one you told me when you first come up and stayed at our place, and it was the only route to begin with. And funny how that one disappeared. It's the one you were going to drill through the mountain and feed the cable food. And that was the original route that you told me you were going to do. There was no going through the park. That was the route. How come all of a sudden you're going through the park? What happened there?
I think the route's still the same. Just
Actually stand up.
No, I'm asking the question. There was a third route. How come you just threw that one out? Well, was it too much money? It wasn't. What's the problem?
which mountain are you referring to?
And same place, Steve Creek, you're going to drill a hole. Do I got to bring witnesses in here to confirm that, Jacob? You remember it. You told it right to me.
As I mentioned, the route, I believe, is still the same route. As to how we get through there, that's a matter of discussion.
What I'm saying is you weren't even going to use the park. You were going to drill a hole through the mountain. They drill holes through the mountain all the time. And if I'm not sure, you were saying about a 6-inch hole. I talked to other people, and they said, yeah, you have to have that or a little bit bigger, and it can be done. So what happened to that route? You told me you were going to do that.
Again, it's the same park application we go through, whether it's drilled through a mountain or over.
You weren't going to go through the park or over it. It was underneath the park. Under the park, Jacob.
All right, so if I understand what he said, is that the route you're talking about, the same route that's on this one, is the same route, but the method of getting through it is different.
No, absolutely not. When they first come in, they were not going to go through the park because they knew so many people were against the park, going through the park. And he told me they were going to drill through the mountain under the park.
So clearly the two of you disagree on that information. There's no way of resolving that here. Thank you.
Okay, another question is Buckman Creek. And your biologist there, Ian, it seems to be he was on that creek for 6 months studying it. He took me to a spot and said there was an impassable barrier. I'm not even a fish biologist. And I looked at the spot and I thought to myself, well, it's not an impassable barrier. And I come back with a rod and sure enough I caught a rainbow trout above it. And that same day, after 6 months he studied it, come back to the property and said, geez, we just caught fish there that day as well. I'm just wondering what's going on here.
I'm glad you brought that up. So I'm glad you brought that up. Yes, I did say that we hadn't caught fish above it. You were given preliminary information and we were discussing that it was preliminary.
It was, okay, sorry,
I'll just finish. We walked past all the traps and you were informed that we were still working on it. We still continue to work on it right now. We're still collecting information. So all the traps were in. We hadn't caught fish at that point. The water conditions were right. Obviously you caught fish. I caught one the same day. The water conditions were right. So we know the fish are there. We've done a lot of work since then. We revised the application since then as well to reflect that.
And another question, I see where you put your traps. I know these little fish are like one of the sides of the creek. Like your fish minnow traps are in the middle of the creek. It'd be nice if you moved them to the sides on the edges where the fish go up. One other question there for the fisheries biologist there, maybe Boise Creek. Those fish in there, maybe can inform the people about, are they rare fish? What are they?
Yeah, another good question for sure. And one of the things we've been doing as part of the study is doing DNA work within the watershed, not just in Boise, but from all over the watershed. And as you pointed out, within Boise Creeks, there was hybrids found in the 1994 study, I believe, at the headwaters. So that information is forthcoming in the reporting. All this information will be in the reporting that we do. I'll give you a quick summary right now is that we found at the bridge crossing, just for your background information, the work done in '94, we sent it to the same lab at UBC. They did the same work now. So it's the same person even doing the work. The preliminary information that we have based on all the results so far is that Dolly Varden were found at the bridge crossing in Boise. We found Dolly Varden and bull trout elsewhere within the watershed in the same creeks. And we've actually found hybrids within Corbold as well. So we know they're still hybridizing down in the main stem. Having said that, we also know there's hybrids elsewhere within this region, such as Skagit Valley as well, and other places on the coast.
Hybrids, the same as the ones that are there.
Once you start getting into genetics, it's a bit of a mixed-up big conversation, and something that we'll address within the application.
Another question there is, the studies that you've done on Boise Creek, okay, the fish spawn in there and they have to end up getting washed down to the main river. Are they the same fish that are in the main river?
When you talk about the hybrids within Boise Creek, it makes sense that
Correct.
it makes sense there would be downstream seeding from the headwaters downstream. It's an obvious thing that happens within streams. So why we haven't found hybrids at the bridge yet is a question we haven't answered. We need to get parks permission to go into the headwaters again and grab some samples out of there and see what's going on.
And do you guys know where they spawn in Boise Creek? If you guys are taking away, you're putting the dam where the fish are, there's going to be fish above it, below it, and you're taking away their water. So these fish are not going to have a place to spawn if you're taking 80% of the water part of the year. And these fish that are in there are spawning, and when they wash down the main river, we took one of those fish and they raised it in the hatchery at Corval, and it turned out and grew 8 pounds, exactly the same size as the fish in the main river, and looked identical. So this creek here is so important to that Pitt River system, it's unbelievable. And you guys are wanting to go in there and destroy it. One other question here too, I heard the mention of compensation. And compensation, I don't know what you guys are thinking, but I remember a logging company, there was Pinecone Berg was created. They were supposed to have been compensated for the timber that was taken away to Pinecone Berg that never worked. Now you guys are taking millions of dollars worth of timber away from these guys, again, and they weren't even compensated the first time. So I don't like speaking for Tommy, but who's going to compensate these guys? There's millions of dollars going to be lost there as well. And I'm like, that's logging. And then you got guiding as well. There's about 40, 50 guides here. And you guys are putting these projects on 8 of the most important creeks we have. And you're going to be putting this all out of work. And you can say, like these little dams, and well, we may have to scoop a little bit of gravel, we'll monitor it. You guys aren't baking a cake here. Like this is something that was going on for thousands of years for these salmon to spawn in. And you guys are going to destroy the whole works of it. And I'm looking forward to the next meeting.